Welcome back to our channel, you guys. The promo for this week starts off with Sarah Horton just absolutely furious. She finds EJ in Holly's hospital room after she explicitly told him to stay away. And Sarah's really trying to sedate Holly to calm her down, but did you guys catch what actually happened there? Holly totally faked taking those pills. She hid them! And honestly, that is brilliant. That girl is smarter than half the Salem police force combined. But here is the really wild twist. Holly is fiercely defending EJ. Why? Because in her vulnerable, traumatized state, EJ is supposedly the only person who believes that she didn't relapse. Let's be real for a second and just dive deep into the psychology of this whole mess. Holly is a teenager who has lost literally every solid father figure in her life. Daniel is dead. Eric is gone. She is desperate. Just completely desperate for a protector. And EJ knows exactly what he is doing. He swoops in to play the savior, totally weaponizing her trauma. A lot of fans on social media think EJ is just trying to cover his tracks regarding the Coruscant drug crisis, but I actually think it's darker than that. It is about absolute control. Holly would not let EJ anywhere near her if she knew the disgusting truth. EJ is the one who planted the drugs on her. Can you even believe that? He dropped those pills in her bag to save his own skin. This is classic psychological warfare. Total DiMera style. It instantly brings me back to like 10 years ago when Stefano planted that cryptic clue on a dollar bill inside a chess piece, sending John and Marlena on a wild goose chase for no reason other than to watch them squirm. EJ is channeling the absolute worst traits of his father, right? And EJ acting as Holly's lawyer, that is a massive conflict of interest. I am totally with the fans on this one. Justin Kiriakis or Melinda Trask needs to take over Holly's case immediately. EJ belongs in a jail cell, not a hospital room. Speaking of EJ going to prison, let's talk about Gwen's dead man switch. We finally know what happened to Gwen's written confession exposing EJ. Leo tells Kat about the letter that Gwen swapped out when something happened to her. Kat gets on the computer, and what pops up on the screen? Leo Stark file downloaded and deleted. Kat actually gasps. Oh, EJ, what did you do? It is insane. Oh, wait a minute. Didn't Rafe get the physical copy from Kat? If Rafe has the actual evidence, what on earth is he waiting for? Slap the cuffs on him. Although, knowing the Salem PD, they couldn't catch a cold in a blizzard. They are so incompetent. This ties directly into Dimitri's return. Peter Port is back on our screens, and let me tell you, he is absolutely crushing this role. I don't care what anyone says, I am completely Team Dimitri today. The show is instantly better when he is on it. So, did Dimitri kidnap Gwen to silence her, or did he take her to protect her from EJ? I am betting heavily on the latter. We know Gwen might be stashed away in Alamania, and I am predicting Rafe and Leo are going to have to take an international trip to go find her. Now, let's pivot to a storyline that is actually driving me crazy. Lexi, Abe, and Paulina. What is the end game here? What were they thinking? Abe and Theo are walking around looking like they are hiding this massive, tragic secret. It feels like they brought Lexi back just to kill her off again. If that is true, I think this move is a huge mistake. You cannot bring the ghost of a legacy character back just to inflict trauma on Abe Carver all over again. Remember the days of Celeste? We haven't had that deep, mystical DiMera, Carver lore in over a decade, and treating Lexi's memory like a cheap, fast plot device is an insult. Plus, breaking up Abe and Paulina, it is just bad writing. Paulina should be fighting tooth and nail for her marriage, not just stepping aside. Okay, maybe I'm being too harsh, but you get what I mean. It just feels wrong. And we cannot ignore the absolute train wreck that is Alex, Stephanie, and Joy. Joy is spinning completely out of control over Alex. I am getting very strong Jan Spears vibes here. Remember when Jan locked Sean in a cage? Joy is totally going to get a restraining order at this rate. But what is the ultimate plot twist here? The DNA test that Alex took is supposedly faked. Word on the street is that Kelsey isn't even his daughter. She is Jeremy's. When Alex finds out, his fragile little world is going to shatter into a million pieces. Stephanie needs to run while she still can. She just needs to pack her bags and get out of there. Finally, you guys, we have to address the giant elephant in the room that is tearing this fandom apart. The 10-month tape-to-air shooting schedule. I see your comments, and I feel your pain. It is almost impossible to get emotionally invested in these life-or-death cliffhangers when everyone knows that the actors playing Tate, Holly, Johnny, and Chanel were reportedly fired months ago. In real life, they are gone. But on screen, we are forced to sit through these stagnant, dragging storylines that are going to stretch all the way into the fall just because the production can't pivot. If this were General Hospital, the writers would have rewritten the scripts in 3 weeks based on fan reaction. In daytime, we are stuck on this slow-moving train. It completely kills the suspense of the show, but despite the frustration, we keep watching. Because when Days gets it right, there is nothing better on daytime television. So what does everyone think? Is Johnny going to be the one to finally expose EJ's drug planting scheme? Is Dimitri actually the good guy in this Gwen mystery? I mean, maybe I'm changing my mind on him. He has done terrible things, but right now he looks like the hero. And who do you think is really behind the Gabi Chic knockoffs? Because Gabi accusing everyone from Philip to Xander to DiMera is getting ridiculous. It is obviously Ariana, right? Ariana has the motive and the access. Drop your best theories in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more daily soap opera deep dives, and I will see you guys in the next video.